That old Israel, hey, what are they up to? The scamps, the absolute scamps. Weirdly, that's not a political thing. I feel like even if you're pro-Israel, if I'm just calling them scamps, it's there's they'll go, oh, oy vey, but I'll let it go. But that was anti-Semitic, that wasn't it? That actually was. That was. Got that from the clip. Iran and Israel we were talking about, and I had a mate lately, and he saw the news and there was like missiles being fired, and I was like, and he was really buzzed weirdly. I was like, oh, are you pro-Israel? He's like, no mate, I have a bet on nuclear war. You can do that. You can bet on nuclear war. I've got an accumulator on man-made horrors beyond my comprehension before the end of the year. I got £5 on living on a tent in London, probably, and that's even before the war. But as well, that the Trump and Elon Musk breakup is continuing today. It's back in the news, and Elon Musk was going, oh, I feel the temptation to escalate, and it's like, you already called the guy a pedo. How do you escalate? That is the top floor. This guy's mates with Epstein. You don't go any further than that. Like, how weird does your argument have to be that Kanye West is the voice of reason? Like, Kanye West tweeted in the middle of it, like, guys, you need to calm down. It's like, that guy's just released a song called Heil Hitler, and he's like, this is getting too tense. I just think it's weird, because, like, Taylor Swift used to get in some shit for writing songs about breakups, so it's like, these guys are writing policies about breakup, they're writing government policy. It's like, you're a paedophile, it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to take away all your funding, and now if anyone wants to go into space, they just fucking can't, and it's like, well, we already sent Katy Perry up to space, so it's all done. I was like, is this the end point of this, where we just have Katy Perry do everyone's job? Like, in 10 years, you're going to be like, I lost my job, and your mate's like, was it to AI? And it's like, nah, mate, Perry. Perry's in her fatigues in the mine. The actress Sydney Sweeney, you familiar with her? She's like a sort of sex symbol, and she's released soap with her bathwater in it, which it's wild that people are buying that purely based on the fact that it has bathwater. And in fairness, a lot of those guys buying that is probably the closest they're ever going to come to bathwater and soap. An attractive woman. And an attractive woman. I mean, quite economical, isn't it, as well? Because it's like bathwater. Like that's not bodily fluids. She doesn't have to make that. You can't run out of that. And they're not. No one's DNA testing that water. Do you know what I mean? I could just be slop for all I know. When I say I never really saw the fuss around Sydney Sweeney, I don't necessarily mean like when someone goes, oh, I don't fancy her, she's mid. I mean more just, I'm 34 years old. Sydney Sweeney is she's quite young for me. So, oh well, she's got very big breasts. I'm like, yeah, mate, but how many recessions has she seen? What's the cartilage situation like down there? Where was she on 9/11? And the whole country's getting a bit funny about refugees at the minute as well. I saw some of the protests. I always just think the language they use there is quite strange too. Because they're always saying things like they're sending young military-age men into this country. They're sending young, strong military-age men into this country. They're sending young, hot, fuckable, strong military-age men. Listen, if I have to fuck every single one of them out of this country, I will. Ariana Grande was in the news because someone from Fox News was saying that she's too skinny, right? And I don't know what you think about Ariana Grande's weight. If someone's too fat or they're too skinny, telling them to eat more or to eat less probably isn't going to do much, because if you feel like your Ariana Grande's too small, you should have just ordered an Ariana Venti. Phew. You're very kind, because I know that shit. Here, what do we think of Luigi? Do you know Luigi Mangione? What do we think of him? Yeah. I saw this thing in the news about him where there was this report came out about him saying like, oh, Luigi's actually quite a tragic figure because he had a spinal injury that was so bad he couldn't have sex. And that report came from his landlord. It's like, why did he tell his landlord? I feel like this landlord just doesn't like him as well. He's like if I assassinated someone, my landlord would be like, yeah, that guy doesn't fuck. That guy gets no bitches. Also, as well, how does the landlord even know about the spinal injury? Do you know what I mean? If I told my landlord that I had a spinal injury, he would take 3 weeks to respond to my text, right? And then he would come over and paint my spine beige and be like, yep, that's fixed. That's coming out of the fucking deposit, that. I just like as well that we're finding out this guy's like Luigi Mangioni's political manifesto through like social media. People are like looking at his Goodreads page. Do you know what I mean? If I was like trying to start a revolution in the West, I'd get fucking nowhere if people saw my social media. Do you know what I mean? Like they'd be like, well, I like what this guy says about healthcare, but on his letterbox there he said Sex and the City 2 was an underrated classic.